The kid next door.
Happy Janmashtami to all the viewers from the kid next door. So we'll be drawing this Krishna scene today in this tutorial. Let's get started. We'll first begin with the face. So as you can see, this is going to be on in the center of the page. We'll draw tilted U with the inverted U on the top and any design in the mukut that you would want to. Then we'll have to draw some peacock feathers on the mukut of the Krishna. I have drawn here 3 peacock feathers. You may draw just 1, 2. Okay, then we'll add some hair on the sides. For the eyebrows, I have used a finer pen. The eyes are closed in this scene. We have kept it simple. With an orange sketch pen, I have given a U tika. Now we'll draw the flute. We'll leave a little gap for the hand to come. Now with overlapping fingers in this way, you can draw the first hand. We'll give a bangle in Krishna's hand and then draw the arm. The second hand now is visible very less. Now we are drawing the stole for Krishna on the right hand side and then the body. Now the waist belt. Followed by the dhoti. So the Krishna always stands in a cross-legged position while he's playing the flute. So we are drawing the legs crossed. This is the front leg and the other leg is coming from behind. Okay, this part please draw carefully. Okay, it's a very simple kind of a feat to draw, just a wiggly line kind of a thing. Okay, so some more details in the dhoti. Now we'll add some more layers to the stole on both the sides. We'll add some designs to give a fancy look to the costume. Okay, now the Krishna is standing in a big lotus, so we are drawing a lotus flower at the base, an inverted heart to start with, and then the side petals. Then we'll draw the center of the flower and the leaves at the back. We'll add some more lotus buds and leaves here and there in the pond. And then we'll draw the horizon for the pond. Okay, now you can take any circular object and orange color to draw the sun, the aura behind Krishna. And then I've used a blue color sketch pen. You can use a blue pencil color also to do these clouds. We are drawing 3 cloud lines on both the sides. Now these rays coming out of the sun are also drawn with the orange sketch pen. You may use a ruler in case your lines are not coming straight, but they should come straight. So draw straight lines, equally spaced. So with this, our picture is complete. It looks like this. And this is simple to draw. We have avoided any details that are needed in the picture. So let's get started with the coloring. Again, this time I'm using pencil colors and the plastic crayons to do all the coloring, except the sketch pen that you can already see in the picture. If you don't want to use the sketch pen, you are free to use the color pencil for the same, but don't do it with the black color. So use the right color for the picture. Okay, so first we have colored the costume for Krishna. Make sure that dhoti is in yellow color, because that is the color for Krishna. The stole can be in the color of your choice. I have colored in red and pink. The border I have given with orange and green. And the waistband is orange, dhoti is yellow. There is no shading as of now in the picture. It is a simple coloring. Just don't leave any white patches. So to add bit more of dimension to the picture, you can shade in this way. For example, dhoti I have shaded on the left hand side of both the legs with orange color. And the waistband I have added the shade of red into it to give some more highlights to the costume. That's it. The stole is just as it is. There is no shading in that. Now the mukut I have colored with the orange and yellow, and the peacock feather is yellow from inside, blue circle, and then light green. After coloring the feather light green, I used dark green to draw lines to show the feather texture in this. So this is a very simple way to do peacock feathers. Now let's do the skin, the body. So I have colored the face, the arms, the body, the feet with light blue color. After coloring with light blue, then I added shades with dark blue. If you notice, the neck and one of the inside of the arms are completely dark blue. However, for all the other body parts on the left hand side, I have added some shades of dark blue. So on the arm, on the face, on the body, I have added shades of dark blue to give some texture to the picture. Now the sun behind the Krishna is to be colored with yellow, only yellow, but you have to use the gradient coloring technique in this case. What is a gradient coloring technique? In this, you start with the highest pressure, so you color with your maximum pressure, and then you gradually reduce the pressure as you come down. So in the sun, on the outside portion, I have colored with the maximum gradient, the maximum pressure, and as I move towards the Krishna's face, I am giving less pressure to the color. So I get the shade of dark yellow, medium yellow, and very light yellow in the center. Similarly, the alternate rays have been colored with yellow, with the darkest shade in the center towards the circle, and then medium yellow, and then very light yellow on the end of the page. So all the rays are colored alternatively with yellow, and then the remaining rays in between are colored with orange. In this you can see the gradient even better. In the orange you see the strokes of my color. So you can see the darkest orange is inside, followed by medium orange, lighter orange, and very light orange at the end. So this is a gradient coloring technique by which using the same color you can give a shading effect. Now the clouds. So the lowermost clouds are purple, followed by sky blue, followed by pink. These clouds are best colored in the sleeping strokes, and again the gradient coloring technique is used with the darkest color at the base, and as you move towards the curve of the cloud, your gradient is becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. This gives a very beautiful blended coloring. So this is how you can do the clouds. You can do them all blue or all pink or all purple also, but I guess these three colors are adding more brightness to the picture. Now the flowers in the pond, all the lotus has been colored with the shades of dark pink and light pink, and the leaves with the dark green and light green. So they are basic. In this way they should be looking. And then the pond. So as you can see, I first colored the pond using the light blue color pencil, and I left some white patches intentionally. Make sure this coloring is done only in horizontal strokes, that is the sleeping line strokes, to give the water texture. Then in the white patches I added the strokes of dark blue. Some dark blue strokes I made very harsh so as to show the water waves in the pond. That shall be all, and after you are done with this, your picture shall be looking like this. This is simple to do, but it looks really impressive and vibrant. And so happy Janmashtami once again to all of you. Don't forget to subscribe and keep watching every Thursday for a new scene. Goodbye, take care.